Good night. How y'all doing tonight? This is Glitter and Gossip with Kelli Hutchinson Chappuis.
And Christy Langlois.
We have a great show for you tonight. We have Jennifer Myers, a female entrepreneur, and as always, Kelly M. with Guilty Until Proven Fabulous. Excited to see what she has in store for us tonight. Tonight we're actually we're in Destin. We're at a beach trip. So if anybody has any advice where we should go, clubs, restaurants, beaches, anything like that at all, you can hit us up on www.wbuz95.com for any type of live chats or any references, any places we would go. We would love to hear from you. So we cannot wait to actually get on that beach tomorrow morning.
Oh, yes, I'm very excited. I hope that the rain holds out for us and that we can just get a nice tan and just enjoy some beach therapy, which is much needed.
I definitely need some vitamin D in my life right now.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Me too. So tonight we're going to be talking more. It's going to get a little bit deeper than our first show. It's going to be about female entrepreneurship. And first we're going to talk about me and Kelly, and I guess we would be considered female entrepreneurs. Kind of talked about it in our first show, how it wasn't really our life goal to open up and run our own business, but circumstances had kind of forced our hand into it. And it's been about 5.5 years now, and it's been very interesting, to say the least.
It's been a roller coaster for sure. Definitely a roller coaster, Christy. We had some high highs and we've had some lows, but it's been an adventure.
It definitely has, and we actually run a salon that is completely debt-free. We run a debt-free salon, which is very hard. People always are coming to us with ideas for advertising and for, just all kind of stuff. And it's so hard for us to say no and stuff like that, because then we would end up in debt. And, also we have very slowly remodeled our salon. When we first opened 5.5 years ago, the salon was not even close to what we had wanted or envisioned, but we took it because that's what we could get. And we are slowly now remodeling. So every time our clients come in, it's like they're walking into a brand new salon, and every person looks
confused
shocked every time they walk in.
Yeah, whenever you're opening a business, the reason why Christy and I have been able to open this business is because I've been saving every tip that I've gotten since I started doing hair, pretty much. And we're just so blessed because I have been very frugal with tips, nothing else in life, just tips. So whenever we had a bad deal, it was easy for us to say, well, forget this, let's just do it for ourselves, So that's what we've been doing, just kind of doing it on our own. We did not open with the salon that we wanted, but we are almost there now, so we're very excited.
Yes, we just remodeled, and I'm waiting to get a phone call from the girls that we got a brand new couch delivered, and they're going to be bombarded with that. Sorry, girls. Y'all got to deal with that.
Well, we are in the middle of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, so, a couch on the side of a salon isn't that weird. We're going to be toting it around.
So what, Kelly, what was, the main factor in us, opening the salon? It was just all right, we're opening it.
Well, I'd like to, tell our viewers on WBUZ 95 that myself, Kelly, my main goal was just to work in peace. I was tired of someone else telling me what to do, someone else telling me how to cut hair that maybe didn't even cut hair. Along the way, I did have a mentor who was a boss, who was fabulous, taught me so much. He said, Kelly, if you're talking, you're not listening. if you're talking, you're not learning, because obviously I'm on a talk show right now. I like to talk. So it was really great having, that support for, I think, 7 or 8 years. Christy and I worked for another company, which was a franchise that we helped get off the ground. We're really proud, of what we did there, but our first love is our salon, and it wasn't easy, but, it was just something that it just needed to be done. It was time for us to just move on from, everybody that had an opinion and, just do it for ourselves. We worked really hard building other people's businesses up, and they are all, in great standings and have, we built them something, and we were tired of, being on commissions or, low commissions. I mean, 40-something% commission whenever you run a business is pretty damn low. So we're pretty excited to open our own business, and we're able to offer our stylists, more as they grow. And we're able to offer them incentives that we weren't able to have, like product sales and such, or an opportunity for them to do what they want, not, making them do what they don't like to do. So it's made a work environment that is great to work in, and it's made friends out of stylists, and people that enjoy being around each other is bliss. It's absolutely fabulous. I really love our group, and I love where we've gotten, Christy.
Yes, I do too. And being able to let the girls kind of, do more of like what they want than forcing their hand to do what just makes the salon money. Being
Right.
a greedy business owner definitely has allowed our girls to thrive and build in what they want, because just because you're a hairstylist doesn't mean that you want to do hair.
Or eyebrow waxes.
Like,
I don't do eyebrow waxes.
No, you do not.
I boycotted them. I'm like, there's too many people here that love it. Why would I do it,
Right. So, yeah. And it's just been nice to be able to, go to work and enjoy work every day. I don't hate my job. I haven't thought about quitting lately. I may or may not.
Funny girl.
I may or may not have quit a few times.
But she's never actually exited the building.
No, Kelly would just tell me, all right, Christy, just go home for the day, take the day, and then I'll see you tomorrow. And I do. I go home, take a moment, and then I just come back, and I'm like, all right, I'm ready to work again. It's just, she knows I'm not going anywhere. And we do have a pretty good partnership. I'm more of the have to listen to people give me sales pitches and, be the one that has to say, no, we can't afford that, or no, that doesn't sound like a good deal.
Yeah. Well, we get sales pitches every day. Every day. I'm actually probably the one that says no the most, because I know out of my 5.5 years of owning this business that no advertisement works for a hair salon other than word of mouth, because people want to trust. This is a trusting business. It's not, people have to trust you.
Yeah.
And I just want to offer anyone that is listening right now in the Baton Rouge area 10% off your next hair color whenever you come in and mention WBUZ95. So that's 10% off of any color. Please come in and see us. We're in Baton Rouge, 3617 Perkins Road, Suite 1A, and you will be able to see our salon and all of our stylists and what we've accomplished. We're so proud of that. One thing that I have to say is, in order to open a business, since we're talking about female entrepreneurs today, is having self-esteem. You've got to love yourself, and you have to believe in yourself. If you want to take your life to the next level, you have got to appreciate your task or your talent or your skill, and you have got to love yourself. We have come so far as ladies since the 1920s. I mean, look how far we've come, Christy.
Oh, I know. It wasn't until 1920, I think, what was it, August 26th of 1920, that women in America had the right to vote and all that. which is crazy. But actually now in 2018, women account for 20% of the current business ownerships, which is a 18% increase from 2017. So every day, more and more women are starting to, believe in themselves more and believe in their vision of whatever it is, and putting themselves out there. And actually, 51% of women start their business venture earlier than men, because
we're fierce.
Start a lot later in life. Yeah, men start a lot later in life compared to that 44%, and women actually start very young in their life whenever they are ready to, start making their own money and start.
Well, we're a little impulsive. We're a little impulsive. I think that whenever we believe in ourselves, we know that we're about to get stuff done. And another woman that believes in herself is Miss Jennifer Myers. I would like to go ahead and ask Miss Jennifer if she would come on with us today.
Hi. Yes,
Hey,
my name's Jennifer. Thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here. I'm excited to talk to you guys.
I know. It's awesome. Welcome. So I do want to ask you a couple questions. I wanted to get a scoop, like, who are you? What made you want to start this business? Tell me about your business.
Yeah, so I'm 32 years old. I started Article and Thread. It's a clothing store here in Baton Rouge, and I actually originally started it just online, and kind of just fell into the physical store part of it. But I'm from Baton Rouge, but I moved around a lot as a kid, even internationally for a little while. I think that's where my love of traveling comes in.
But tell us about all the places that you've lived. I thought that was super interesting.
Yeah, so I was actually born in New Orleans, but I was 3 months old, and we got transferred to New Jersey. My dad worked in New York City for ExxonMobil. And then it gets a little fuzzy because we jumped around a lot. But I know there was Texas, I think we placed in Texas, just kind of all over the country. But then we got transferred to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, whenever I was like 6. And we lived there for about 2.5 years, and then got transferred back to the States. So that's whenever I came to Baton Rouge after my parents got divorced. And
are you bilingual? Did you learn to pick up anything being in different countries?
No. I mean, I went to an international school. It was ISKL, International School of Kuala Lumpur, but so the main language was English. They do speak Bahasa there, but I mean, I couldn't say one word in it really. So
right.
Yeah, but it was interesting. But then I grew up in Baton Rouge. I graduated in textiles apparel merchandising, and then still didn't really know exactly what I wanted to do, so I went back to school, went to University of New Orleans for a Master's in Business Administration.
Master's?
Yeah.
Awesome. Way to go. Power to the ladies.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about your business. How do you feel about Article and Thread? Or has it been a success? How long have you been open?
Yeah, so it'll be 3 years in October. And I do think it's a success. I'm sure like most businesses, it's just like this very slow growth. And I mean, it substantially has changed since I first started. I've, learned so much and come so far, but and I still have a lot of aspirations left. But the reason I wanted to start it really was, after I got those 2 degrees, I was working in lobbying and real estate. I had a real estate license, and I just never really felt like people valued my degrees as much. I had, crazy strong work ethic, but I wasn't, feeling rewarded enough, not even just monetarily, just, internally.
Right. Well, you were
I
doing something completely different than what you intended, right? Like you were
completely different.
So yeah, you had to follow your heart.
Right. I mean, it's something that obviously I studied, merchandising. I always loved clothing and fashion. But to open a boutique, I mean, it's kind of like this idea that I placed in the corner, like, oh yeah, that'd be cool. But, and then after I got married and I was, just miserable working so hard, my husband said, why don't you just follow your dream? And it's not like I hadn't thought about it, but I had no one that ever really told me just to go do it.
It's awesome to have someone in your life that believes in you, that like your husband. That's awesome that y'all have that support system where he wants you to follow your dreams. Like I was just in a situation where it was either renew my lease or, tuck my tail and just go work for someone else. And Adam, my husband, was like, no, like you're going to continue doing this. And, we just re-signed another 5 years and I just can't be happier. And it took us 5 years to get to a position where the salon was, I'm not reinvesting anymore. The things that we're purchasing, well, some of it's reinvesting, but the salon's maintaining itself. We have high overheads and stuff like that, but finally it's able to, it's able to pay for itself. I'm not pulling money out of my pockets or out of savings all the time anymore. I do want to say that Jennifer is located on 3617 Perkins Road in Baton Rouge. She's actually our neighbor. And she also has article and thread, a website, as well as Instagram, Facebook. I love the Beauty Insider on Facebook. I look at it every day. And she does also ship worldwide. You can pretty much get anything you want that you see on the article and thread website. And if you check out Instagram, website, or the Facebook, you'll see my face all over it because I am one of Jen's models, which I love. She dresses me all the time.
Yes, very grateful for her.
Thank you, ma'am. So I have another question, Jen. Have you ever turned away a client and why?
Absolutely not. I mean, I'm sure there is a scenario, and I probably should, but it hasn't happened. But really, in my business, I mean, I think that every new customer is one more that I didn't have. And, everyone is their individual and has different personalities. And so, I mean, it's not like I am just going to love every customer that I ever have, but
you're lucky enough that they do what they need to do and leave your store. We're stuck, when we have a customer that we don't like, we're stuck with them until their service is done.
Right.
Sometimes.
And also, I mean, they have the choice of what they're buying and, how they want to look. But I mean, that is one aspect of you guys' business that I'm glad that I'm not in.
Yeah, thanks. We just send them upstairs to set off their look.
Yeah.
Kelly, have you ever turned away a client?
I feel like I've broken up with clients by going up on prices, making people prepay for their services. Turning away clients, remember the one crazy lady that when I was pregnant for Ava decided that she was more important than my brand new baby as I just got my body cut in half and having a child. She felt like because her hair was a little bit brassy, she felt as though I needed to come to the salon. I'm admitted in the hospital, guys. She decided that I needed to come to the salon after, trying to please someone who was unpleasable. And again, I was admitted in the hospital. She was a crazy one. And actually, that's the first bad review I ever got because I didn't pull out my IV and bring my baby on the breast to the salon to tone her hair. But that's pretty much the only one that I was just like, I don't care, go away. But other than that,
I probably turned her away.
I've had some crazy. Oh, we did have one recently, a guy who was fondling himself under a cape with one of our newest stylists. She is Jordan. I think she's 23, 22?
Yeah, very young.
And there was a guy, I mean, he could have been flipping his cell phone like those viral videos that you see, but I don't think so. I think he was playing with himself, and he's very lucky I wasn't there because I'd have ripped that cape off and told him to get the hell out. And one more, the creepy guy that would said weird things, and I kind of passed off on. I was waiting on him to come back so I could sit him in your chair, Christy.
All the good things happen when I'm not there.
Maybe that's a good thing.
Nothing good ever happens when I'm there.
I'm sorry. Do you have any advice for future business owners?
Oh, yes. I've learned, it's crazy how much I've grown as a person from owning this business, and I would have never thought that. Clearly you need work ethic that you've never known that you could have. You should never stop learning, really, with your business and in life. I think that, successes and paychecks are great, but you need to be ready that, there's going to be tears and doubt. You're going to, a lot of lessons learned. Also, what I really try to do is I wanted to learn, every single facet of my business. There was nothing that I wanted to, give to an employee. I just wanted to be involved in everything. I wanted to know how everything works, from the get-go.
That's awesome. You have to lead by example if you want to be a successful business owner, for sure. Do you have any special things about employees that you look for? Is there any special skills that they have to work for you?
Yeah, that's what I've learned too, just from hiring. I've had some management positions, but not where I did the hiring and firing solely on me. But number one, I think that reliability, is the most important to me, because you can be a great employee, you can work really hard, but if you're not reliable, then it just there's nothing for me. I need to be able to count on you if you're going to show up, things like that. So reliability.
That's always one. That's always one in the salons too. Trying to keep somebody coming in. People just want to do their own thing, but it's that whole industry, the whole world of work. You have to actually show up. That's pretty hard to find someone with good work ethic.
Right. Also, I really like people that are proactive. Owning a business, there's so many things that I have to do, and to juggle all that and keep it organized and not forget something, it's a challenge. And so I like whenever people are proactively trying to get things done, or whenever they are doing, improving on them and things like that. So, yeah, proactive is pretty huge to me.
So what's your mission? Do you want to have more storefronts, or do you want to be able to just employ people and not have to come in every day and actually do man the store yourself, or what's your...
Right. I always want to be involved in the business. I'm not looking to just, hire a bunch of people so that, I can go on vacation every weekend or something. But I know that I would like to open more stores for sure and grow the online presence. It's just highly competitive in my industry. There's so many places to buy clothing online. There's so many online boutiques. So I just really want to make a mark on that.
But that gives your business so much room.
Right. I'm at the 3-year mark, so I remember whenever I was doing all the research to start that you really will know how you're doing in 3 to 5 years. Yeah. And so once I get to that point, I'm going to really reevaluate, and I'd love to open more locations. I've got brothers in Austin. I think it'd be fantastic to open a store there. I love New Orleans.
I got a brother in Dallas too. We can put one there.
Okay, yeah, all the big cities taking over.
There we go. I got Atlanta. I got some Austin. Some Dallas.
Yeah, let's go everywhere. But I was meeting with this marketing company last week, and the owner, before we were done, he told me to watch this video by Simon Sinek. I don't remember the name of it, but if you just Google what, how, why, you'll find it. And what it basically says is that, what do you do, how do you do it, but most importantly, why do you do it? And that should really, the why should be at the forefront of your mission, because people can figure out what you do or how you do it. I sell clothing and accessories. Of course, how, but why is so important. It just made me think a lot. And I remember that whenever I first opened Article Thread, the name I was inspired by. I was working in lobbying and politics, so this is how it kind of came about. But Article 19, it's actually my LLC name, Article 19 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights is by the UN. Somehow I came across this, and Article 19 is the freedom of expression. And I just think that's so awesome that, one of our free rights is to be able to express ourselves by the clothing we wear. And so that's what I really want to do, is just empower people to, be creative with their personal style and express themselves, by what they wear.
That's really awesome.
We are very proud to have such this day and age, to have such fierce female leaders like myself, Christy, Kelli, and Jennifer. We're all on a mission, and we're all, making stuff happen. We're really excited. And it does take a long time. And if 3 years isn't enough, don't get discouraged, because after 5 years, you really do see a big difference. I know it didn't happen for us, that woosah moment, until year 5, which, praise God, we've made it this far. We're definitely have.
And we're able to, and we're able to take a trip for a few days and the salon not hurt with the two main people be gone. We still have our girl, Kelly Mintel, who's, the assistant manager and helps run things day to day. And we actually have somebody in a group that we can trust so that we can take a little break. And y'all, I don't know if y'all know this, but 36.2% of the women ran businesses in the United States is constantly growing, and they employ 13 million people and are generating $1.9 trillion in sales a year.
Girl power.
And I mean, people like to, try to say that women can't run businesses and, try to still to this day, like, I don't want to say suppress, but, say that women can't move up in companies or open their own companies and get pretty big. But, I mean, $1.9 trillion is just, it's crazy. And anybody who's thinking about opening a business, don't let anybody tell you can't. But always start small. Do not try to go big at first. Every business has started small.
And remember, if you can dream it, you can do it.
Yep.
Jennifer,
I like to think that there's.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, girl.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I like to think that there's nothing that holds me back from doing anything that I want to do except for physical strength. I mean, so you can do anything that you want.
And girl, I can train you. I can train you in some powerlifting to get you strong.
I have. Look, girl, I've been training ladies myself.
Whenever
I can train all y'all.
Yeah, Chrissy's a power lifter.
I do not compete. I do it for fun. My husband's a power lifter. He competes, keeps trying to get me to compete, but I refuse to wear a singlet. I absolutely refuse to wear, like what the wrestlers wear, like in high school and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're called singlets.
Hey, no, we can get a real cute one.
You can't. I know, you can't. I've looked into it. You can't. They have to be regulation.
Oh, okay. Well,
they're ugly, and I just refuse.
Yeah.
So I just like to do it for fun. But I think it's time to get into a little bit more of the gossip.
Well, let's let Jennifer go ahead and finish up real quick. We have a couple more minutes with her. It's all good, Jen. So what is your next? Yeah, what's your next move? Like, what's your goal? What's your we talk about with females, like making goals, set goals for yourself, like what is your next plan? What's your next move?
Well, I'd really like to grow my Facebook group. I just think it's such an awesome way to interact with my customers and
It's
for them
super
to see the
cool.
first new arrivals. And it's always pictures of me trying on the new stuff that comes in. And, if you know me too, like what, body type I have, what size, and how things would fit you. I just think that's really, like, fun way to, get into it.
Right.
Also, I'd love
I love coming to shop at Article Thread. I love whenever Jennifer dresses me. It makes me feel like a superstar. I love it.
Yeah.
The accessories, everything's
Highlight of my
very
day.
up to date. And awesome eye for fashion. Jennifer Myers has an
Thank
awesome
you.
eye for fashion.
And I think it should be affordable and accessible to everyone too.
And on your website, how much is it, like shipping and stuff like that? How long does the shipping normally take?
It's free shipping, and 2 to 5 business days anywhere in the country. Yeah.
That's awesome. So
and then I have 30 days return or exchange. So, if it doesn't work out, you just ship it back.
That's so great. So you're like trying to get more online sales. So you're doing majority of your sales online, and your store is just kind of a front. I'm gonna tell you, Jennifer is a really smart woman. She has shown me more on the computer as far as, like, I'm a hairstylist. I've been behind the chair for the past some years, I'll say over a decade. And I've never had the opportunity to sit behind a computer, and just sitting with her for 5 minutes, she's taught me so much about websites and what is the little code words that get you to Google and the ones that get you to Bing and this and that. She's just really a smart woman and a fierce woman and a young woman doing something fabulous with her life. And I have to salute her, because given 1920s versus where we are today, I think that we are fierce and we're a force to be reckoned with, us ladies.
Right. I think we're lucky to live, in this time. So let's, take advantage of it. Get out there and be somebody.
Right? So if you go and look, if you go to Facebook and type in article and thread, and that's like an ampersand. So article ampersand thread, you can see a lot of the stuff that Jennifer has right now. Some cute little shoes. She's got some great new tops. She's got all sorts of jewelry, skincare products. She really has a lot that's going on. And again, that's free shipping anywhere in the United States, right?
Yep.
So, if you go online, you can go to article and thread. You can type that in on Google, and it'll show you Instagram. It'll show you her Facebook. It'll show you her website. And all of those sales can be made on, can you make sales on any of those, or strictly the website?
No, you can comment on Instagram, the Facebook group. There's a link to each item that I'm selling. There's the website. I'm on eBay. It's basically, every sales channel that I can push to, you can use.
That's awesome. So again, article ampersand, right? Thread. So is that?
Yes.
That's on everything.
Well, the website is article A&D thread.
Okay. So articleandthread.com is her website, where you can view all of her newest arrivals.
Yep.
And actually,
subscribe to my email list. I don't send out, I don't, invade your inbox or anything, but that's how you can stay up to date with new arrivals, and I have flash sales and stuff like that, and get even better deals.
And that is true. She doesn't blow you up. I'm actually on her email list, and I don't hate her still. We've been friends for a while now, so that's actually a good thing. She is correct. She does not blow you up with craziness all the time.
No, because I'm in with the email list going.
And that's article and thread, A&D, articleandthread.com, and you can purchase anything that you like. Articleandthread.com.
Great. Well, thanks for some time with me.
Yeah, Jen, thanks so much for being such a fierce leader and, kind of setting a new standard for young women. You're in your 20s. When you're in your 20s, you're starting a business. I was in my 20s starting a business, and, I salute you for doing as well as you have, being as smart as you are, and taking the time to talk to us about your awesome business. And I love that you do so much online. That means that there's no reason for you not to look fabulous. I'm really excited to wear some of my new kimono and new shorts that I just recently got from your boutique tomorrow whenever we go out to the beach finally, because this has been a long drive. Yay. So excited. We're going to be posting some photos on WBZ95 Facebook, WBZ95 Insta of us, relaxing on the beach, looking fabulous. And we will be doing that tomorrow as soon as we actually go outside. So thank you so much, Jen, for being with us today. We love you.
Yes, thank you.
If you want to give some information about your business, about your website, anything, now is your time.
Yeah, having me. I really enjoyed talking to you guys. Like you said, Facebook,
Jen, we're having a bad connection, girl.
Twitter, Pinterest, name it.
Yeah, you name it. Any social media site, you can type in article and thread and find her. Again, all sells in the United States is free shipping, and you can shop day, night, whenever, wherever. We just want to thank you again, Jen, for being with us, and we wish you all the success in the world, and you don't have to worry because I will be doing lots and lots of shopping with you and posting lots and lots of pictures. So
perfect.
Today we have our next segment, which is Guilty Till Proven Fabulous with Kelli M. Kelli, what do you have for us in our latest and greatest gossip today?
Welcome, Kelli.
Hey, guys. Thank you for tuning in to Guilty Until Proven Fabulous here on Glitter and Gossip. We're no topic, person, place, or products off limits. And at the end, I'll decide if we're stamping it as guilty or fabulous. And once again, if I'm talking about anything that gets your heart moving or your blood pumping, or if you simply just got any questions, you can come live chat with us. Me and the girls at WBZ95.com. We're always looking to hear what y'all have to say. So first things first, I definitely want to deem the article and thread boutique as fabulous. Let's just get that out the way right now.
Yeah,
Jen's such a great businesswoman. Yeah, she's such a great businesswoman and, a sister in the fashion and beauty industry. So definitely deeming that as fabulous. Everybody needs to make sure that they go check that out for sure.
We actually, can we say your age on air?
My age?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I'm 23 years old.
23 years old, and she is an assistant manager at the hair show. Christy and our salon. She is a leader, obviously, already, and she's only 23. I'm so excited that you're doing so well, and you already have a role in management in a salon. I just want to kudos to Kelli for being such a badass.
Oh, well, thank you
Kelli,
so
thank
much.
You.
Well, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
You're so sweet. All right, guys. So the first thing we're going to talk about, obviously, is what the incredible sad story that's happened in the last week that we all probably know that, fashion designer Kate Spade and chef, author, and television personality Anthony Bourdain were both found dead in apparent suicide. So, Kate Spade was found by her housekeeper on Tuesday morning, June 5th. A suicide note was apparently left at the scene, and she was only 55 years old. And then Anthony Bourdain was found in his hotel room Friday morning, June 8th, 3 days later. In France, he was filming in France for his, show Parts Unknown. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that, but
I love it. I love him. I love his shows.
It's a good one, and they were going for season 12. So it's been running for 11 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And he was found by his close friend Eric Rippert, who is his chef friend that he was filming with, and Anthony Bourdain was only 61 years old. So, I mean, just a little backstory on both of them. Kate Spade opened her first store in 1993, and it's now at the point where she has over 140 retails and then over 175 internationally. But she hadn't actually been involved with the business for over a decade. Liz Claiborne had acquired it from her back in 2007, and then Coach just bought it last year for like $2.4 billion. So she hasn't even been involved with her own company. She's kind of just been, I don't really know what she's been doing these days, but, she sold her business out for a while. Yeah. And then, Anthony Bourdain, a little backstory on him, he dropped out of college, attended culinary school, and was a line cook and sous chef, an executive chef at a string of restaurants, and then eventually developed a passion for writing, which when he wrote his best-selling book, Kitchen Confidential, The Adventures in Culinary Underbelly, that's what really gave him his international stardom and launched his television career, and started doing shows with the Food Network and the Travel Channel. And that was when he landed, after he finished doing those, that's when he landed his show Parts Unknown on CNN. And so that ran for 11 seasons. It's crazy that, this is, I think it's really that it happened, these two key leads, in both of their industry, Kate Spade being, such a huge force in the fashion industry, and Anthony Bourdain being such a huge lead in the food and the culinary and the television world. I mean, I think it has the fashion industry, the restaurant and food industry, all lovers of fashion, food, and entertainment completely shook.
Yeah, absolutely. Kate Spade's a huge deal. I mean, I love Kate Spade. I have tons of her bangles and bracelets, and I know Christy rocks her wallet and sunglasses all the time.
Yeah, everybody kind of remembers their first Kate Spade if you got one. If you've ever had one, you know which one you got first. Or, when your mom bought you your first purse, or you got your first wallet, or you saved up for a piece of her jewelry. It's crazy.
Right.
I think, and especially with them being so close together, there's a lot of conspiracies about why they did it and all those extra details, especially with Anthony Bourdain. I was reading up on a couple of them, but, I don't really think
he was struggling with depression.
Yeah, I don't really think that the conspiracies are something that needs to be talked about. It's really just the importance of the fact that it happened, that two of some of the most influential people in the world still got to a point where they made this decision. How do you guys feel about it? Is it shaking y'all up a little bit?
Absolutely. Anytime I hear about death or, again, we talked about suicide last week, and here's two more examples. I mean, these aren't adolescent teenagers by any means, but two more examples of, people giving up. Don't give up, people. This is what the glitter part's about. Don't give up. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your life. Don't give up on yourself. There's always going to be somebody pushing you back or somebody giving negativity. And what you do is you shine brighter. You shine brighter. And we just have to, our heart absolutely goes out to the families of, these people. And, they have a legacy that'll live on. Kate Spade, she's amazing. Anthony, his food, his cookbooks, and, all those things. I mean, at least he's got a flavor that'll live on. And I mean, everybody can always go and resort back to his shows of all the craziness that he's eaten. And, they're both leaving a legacy. So, I gotta salute them for that. They're going to be remembered and missed very much.
Yeah, they definitely, have left us behind, with a lot of inspiration. Especially like how we were just talking about being a woman in the workforce, being a power form for, other women. Kate Spade's definitely leaving us behind. I mean, she's created such an empire for herself and her family. She's leaving that behind. It's still, at the end of the day, something for us to kind of look up to and, work hard and work for, that, maybe one day we can be, build an empire in the same way that she has, and same for Anthony Bourdain, something as simple as taking food and turning it into such an empire. It's definitely something to be able to look up to and leave some inspiration behind for us. The saying that's getting tossed around a lot right now with this is, money doesn't always buy happiness, so I mean, you don't really, your brain doesn't really it doesn't help, money doesn't mean that you're mentally well.
Right.
That's
some of the richest people are the poorest people.
Yeah,
Well, it just goes to show that even, most successful people and, like with Anthony Bourdain, he was still shooting and still like had a lot going on in his life. And, you never know what anybody's going through. It doesn't matter what front they put on. Everybody's going through something. The most famous people are going through their own things in their head, just like us not as famous people who, down to somebody, anybody listening, we all struggle. Nobody's alone in any of the struggles. Like, I don't want to say that nobody's special, but you're not special in the feelings that you're having, because we all have those feelings, and everybody has them. Nobody's alone. It makes you feel alone, but you're not. And just always remember that you're not alone. If you're having those feelings, talk to somebody, anybody.
There's always a support
go to your
group.
hairstylist.
Right.
Yeah.
Internet.
Go to
type
your
in, I need help.
Talk to them. Yeah.
Hairstylists are like bartenders, therapists.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm both of those, so.
Yes, Kelli does like as a bartender.
Yeah, I got a lot of careers. Guys, we all need help sometimes. I advocate for mental health and how important it is that we all recognize the importance of it. If you're ever in need of help or someone to talk to, always remember to reach out, to a friend, a family member, a therapist, a social worker, a hotline, your hairstylist, your bartender, like you said, and, and everybody else. And please remember to always do your part as well to reach out and check on people that you love, because you never know what others are going through. And it's so easy for us to get caught up in our own lives and forget to check on others and forget to recognize the signs that we need to, and to be active in other people's lives. But, you got to do your best to be there for the people that you love. And if you're not feeling that way, to make sure that you do help people that are.
One thing to remember is everyone's lives are so big that, everyone has so many problems and so many, things that they have to get through, that it's just because you don't hear from a friend every day doesn't mean that they don't love you. And, you just sometimes have to be the one to ring the phone. But I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping it up today with Guilty Until Proven Fabulous. And Kelli, I'm going to give 2 fabulous checks for our people tonight. I really, my heart goes out again to the families of these people who have lost their lives, and their legacy lives on. And I'm going to give them, fabulous. They were fabulous people. Christy, what do you think?
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I said we're doing the Guilty Till Proven Fabulous. What do you think about this circumstance? I mean, it's a tragic thing to happen, but these people, I think, were fabulous.
Oh, absolutely fabulous. I say fabulous, even though it's a tragic situation. Yeah. They're definitely fabulous people, and they will live on their legacies as fabulous.
I agree. Kelli, what do you think?
Obviously, I agree with the same, terrible, terrible, terrible situation, but 2 incredible people. And then obviously Miss Jennifer Myers is fabulous, like I said earlier. So, yeah, but definitely going to come in agreement with y'all.
Well, I just want to thank Miss Jennifer. I'm sorry. Got it, Kelli.
I was saying I wanted to thank y'all for tuning in tonight.
Thank you, Jennifer, for coming in and talking to us about your story with being such a young female entrepreneur. I mean, we are just so proud of you, and doing this on your own and having that stability from your husband and everything. That's just such a blessing, and you're just an inspiration to myself as well as many other women. I do want to give y'all a check out this on the website. If you go into article and thread, A-N-D, thread.com, and there's a style saver. It's 15% off. And the keyword is it style saver? So you can type, I think it's style saver. So you can type in style saver and get 15% off of your purchase. And again, anywhere in the United States, that ships free. And Jennifer has tip-top style, and she's got some amazing things here, you know, from, like I said, from skincare to shoes on your feet. She's got it all. So again, articleandthread.com, or where she is in Baton Rouge, or you can see her online. Also in Baton Rouge, the Hair Show by Kelli Hutchinson, where I work with Christy and Kelly M. We are also in Baton Rouge, 3617 Perkins Road. You can see us online, thehairshowbr.com, or you can call us, 448-5144, area code 225. Again, that's Baton Rouge, Louisiana. You can follow us on Instagram, The Hair Show. You can follow me on Instagram, Kelli Hutchinson, or find us on Facebook. Everybody, it's going to be Chrissy Langlois on Instagram, Kelly Mentel on Instagram, and The Hair Show on Instagram, as well as Article and Thread on Instagram. Those names you can also look in. You can find them on Facebook. You can find them on just about every avenue of social media. Thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight with Glitter and Gossip. It has been such a great show and such a great experience talking to everybody about these topics, these people, and I'm just so proud to be a part of this show. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to WBUZ95.com. And again, if you mention WBUZ95 at the Hair Show, you will receive 10% off. And if you put in Style Saver at Article and Thread, you can save 15% on anything. And again, everything with Article and Thread ships free. So thank y'all so much. We are so excited to be in Destin, Florida. If anybody has any advice for where we should go, where we should eat, please feel free. We have a live chat at www.wbuz95.com. Excited to be in Florida tonight. So excited to be here. Cannot wait to get on that beach. Thank y'all so much for having us. I hope you have a fabulous, fabulous weekend. And we will see you again on Thursday.